Uh, that was an interesting example that we did problem. Why it is interesting is what you saw here is if you look at the problem right here in this case, what exactly is happening here is this B is in 10 AZ direction and the movement of the charge is in y direction. So think about this. Okay, so what is happening here is if you see this is the direction of your B. Initially, right, what is exactly happening here is there is a charge which is moving in y direction. So this is your y. Okay, so think about this as your y. This is your y. Okay, this is how the charge is moving. Now if I say that this guy, this is my x, okay, x-axis. So is my x-axis. Okay, so this is y, this is x. So the B field right now, let's just say that the charge is a small charge is moving in this direction. If it's moving in the y direction like this, what we see is so it's moving in this direction here, right? So it's moving in this direction, in the y direction here. Okay, so what we see is suddenly, let's say there is a magnetic field which comes in. You turn on the magnetic field right there. Okay, so there is a charge which was moving in this direction, this guy was moving in this direction, and suddenly you turned on the charge or turned on the magnetic field. So what happened here was this guy will experience a force. So the top view looks like this, right? If I view this particular scenario from top, what I see is this is your y, this is x. Okay, so that's what you see here. Now you see that a small charge is moving along this, in this direction. It's going in this direction, and suddenly you turn on the field, and the field is coming towards you, right? When I see from the top view, what I'll be seeing is the field is coming towards you. So it's like it's coming towards you. So what you have is a point, something like this, right? Now the moment this charge is moving in this direction, it's moving in this direction, what will happen is if I use the right hand rule, right, this is the direction of my B, this is the direction of U. So if I do if I take if I use the right hand rule, then what will happen is it will experience a force which is going to be this side, right? It's going to experience a force which is towards the x, right? This is what it will experience because this is the direction of U, this is the direction of B. If I use the right hand rule, that is I move my hands in this direction and my plane is my Z and Y plane, right? So I curl my fingers around the Z and Y plane, then X direction is my normal. So I will experience a force, the charge will experience a force in this direction. So the moment there is a force, what will happen is it will get deflected slightly. So think about this, which was moving in this direction got slight deflection in this direction here, right? So slight deflection was there, so it got deflected. Now again like one, you can just say that okay, at time t equal to 0 it was moving in this direction, time t equal to some think about 1 nanosecond maybe, what happened was it got some force in this direction, so it got deflected. So it's right now here, right? It's moving in this direction now, slightly inclined with the x-axis, y-axis, right? So I can say that my new plane became like this, slightly at an angled thing, right? Angle with y-axis. Now my new plane is this and the z. So the force will be perpendicular to this guy, slightly like this. Okay, slightly like this. So the force experienced by the charge will be in the second nanosecond, it will be towards your this direction, counterclockwise, right? So your path of the charge will get tilted again. It will get tilted again to this part, this side. So think about this as, okay, so the charge was here, so now it got the trajectory moved like this. After some time the trajectory moved, at this point 2 nanoseconds it was here, so it got a force which was something like this, so in this direction. Okay, so it's got a the path again changed. Now the path changed to something like that. Then again it experienced a flow, the path changed to something like this. So what exactly is happening is it starts moving in a circular motion around with z-axis as its axis of rotation. So it's moving in circles now. If I do it, it's moving in circles. So it's moving in something like this, circular motion. Okay, so that is the phenomenon that we see. Why it is happening is because your direction of the magnetic field is perpendicular to the direction of the movement of your charge. It's always perpendicular, right? One is moving in xy plane and the magnetic field is in around the z-axis, something like that. So that's why you see such a phenomenon. Clear? One more thing which I wanted to explain here was regarding the current loop, which I missed last time, was related to the current loop. Like you have this current loop which we see. Just coming back to that problem, like that's what we see, right? I mean, this is the result that we got here. This is the result we got here, like in terms of the displacement. See, with respect, when the time factor was not there, this is what we got, right? So this was related to the displacement part of it we saw, right? So this was moving in circles. So this is one phenomena. Another thing which we always see is, let's say there is a current loop and it's carrying some current, something like I can say that it's in this direction. So let's say that it's carrying a current in the counterclockwise direction. So if I use a right hand rule, if I use the right hand rule, so I have to like basically point my thumb will be pointing in the direction of the current, and the curling of the fingers, right, will be the right hand rule, that is what is will be my magnetic field. So my magnetic field will look something like this. So the magnetic field will be you can, I mean, here also it will be similar thing. So it will be something similar. You will be seeing so you will be seeing something like this phenomenon, right? So the magnetic lines will be something like this is what you will see. Now the direction of the magnetic lines will be the curling of the fingers, some like this. Okay, this is what you will see. Now the interesting thing about this is what we see is this is very similar to the bar magnet. So if you have a bar magnet and if you have bring a north pole and a south pole, right, then we see the magnetic lines going out of the north pole and entering the south pole, something like that, right? So we see this phenomena in a bar magnet, these flux lines coming out of the north pole and south entering the south pole. We already discussed that, and the direction is from north to the south. From north it's going to the south, right? So now what we see is the top if you see the two diagrams, they look very similar. Like what we see is the top of the current loop becomes the north pole of the magnet, and the one below it, the bottom of it, becomes the south pole of the magnet, south pole. Okay, so current loop acts like a magnet, with the top of it being the north pole and the south being the bottom of the current loop becomes the south pole. Okay, so this is the phenomena which I wanted to discuss. So we'll be using this later on, but right now just keep that in mind.